The Lord is sometimes described as Shiva Virinchinutam, which means that Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma also offer their respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana. Om Tat Sat. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitanamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jayasi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Don't sleep, remain awake. This is a piece of advice, one section of the piece of advice given by who? Suniti to her son Dhruva Maharaja. Her son, the context is the son has been very deeply hurt by the remarks of Suruchi, his stepmother, the other wife of Maharaja Uttanapada. She told him when he was playing with his other brother Uttama, who is the son of Suruchi. They were playing around with the father, and he tried to climb the lap of his father and sit on his lap. Immediately, the stepmother said, "Get down. That is not a place for you. You have to take birth in my womb in your next life in order to be able to sit on your father's lap." So harsh. And that very young boy, he was very deeply hurt. And the father did not say anything to his son, who was so hurt and standing there, shivering in anger, disappointment, in hurt. And then he couldn't get anything, any solace from the father, from anybody. He ran to his mother. The stepmother did not say anything but something very harsh. The father did not give any support. And the other brother, of course, was simply looking around. He's too young. So he ran to his mother, trembling, shivering, his lips all shaking. "I have been told that I can't climb the lap of my father. So she heard that, and she's mentioned here, she burnt like a leaf out of great anger, out of frustration, that I am unable to do anything because your father has great attraction only for the other wife, not me. I don't have any support." So she tells him, first thing she tells, very good advice she gives, don't spoil your mind by thinking bad about her. First thing she tells. After her frustration, though, she controls herself and then gives good advice. She is also feeling very angry and ready to do something, but then she controls herself with great emotional control. She tells her son, no point spoiling your mind by thinking ill of that person. Who? Stepmother. She doesn't name. Don't do this. Don't spoil this thing. Don't be envious of anybody. She tells, don't be. And don't think bad about your stepmother. She tells this also. Don't think bad about your stepmother. It's better to channelize all that energy towards worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana. All those negative energies and emotions, better to use that energy for, if Narayana wants, he can do anything for you. He can do everything. Even Brahma, he worshipped Narayana. And he got everything done for himself. What cannot Narayana do for you? In this way, she encourages her son in the right direction. This is parenting at its peak. Correct advice she is giving. She is saying, depend on the Supreme Personality of Godhead to the small 5-year-old boy. We may think that in the payanakku kadavalu patti enna theriyum. It's better I go and clonk that lady with the batter on her head and show my son, don't worry, I have taken revenge. Something like that is what we think we immediately have to tell the son. She didn't take that path at all. She decided to depend on Krishna. She told her son also, you also depend on Krishna. Because if the Lord wants, He can do anything for you. It's a very important matter in times of distress. In times we have to take a decision about something. We are hurt, emotionally, attacked. What we should do when we are in a weak position, materially? We should make ourselves strong by diverting all our attention to Krishna. This is what we can learn from Suniti's strategy. And the son also listened to that. These are all very good things happening in one shot. You will immediately ask me, but I tell my son like this every time, he doesn't listen to me. That's what you're going to tell. Suniti's jadagam romba nalla irundirukum. Her son is very good. He's listening to all the advice he's giving, but for me it's not like that. Immediately, our mind puts up very good arguments. Whatever it may be, depend on Krishna. That's what she did. And the good fortune for her is her son also had no other option. Krishna made it in such a way that He corners you and says, no, you have to surrender to me. Like He did it to Bali Maharaj also. You cannot do anything now. I am the only option. So for Dhruva Maharaj, He has put him in such a way, though he is just 5-year-old, I am the only option. Mamekam Sharanam Braja. Mamekam, only me. So I think Dhruva Maharaj is very fortunate. And Suniti also is very fortunate to be put in this situation where she decides to depend only on Krishna. Actually, you will see what that means. To the external world, it looks like very unfortunate. You are not able to fight, you are very weak, you have no proper position, you can't do anything but go to the forest and become a sannyasi. This is what the outside world will comment on this. Outside world commentary is that, but Prabhupada's commentary will be different. You will say, Suniti is very fortunate, Dhruva Maharaj is super fortunate. When misfortune apparently strikes like this, it is great fortune. Why? You will see why. Dhruva Maharaj is driven to go back. It's mentioned here that Dhruva Maharaj deliberates what his mother said. Okay, I'll do it. There's no other option for me. I can't go to my father, he's a henpecked husband. Can't go to my stepmother, she'll maybe do something to me more. And my brother is useless. I don't have anybody else, I came to you, now you told me this, no? I should do it. Because I have no other option. He just goes to the forest. He makes a small package and just goes up to the forest. Doesn't even tell his mother actually. Mama, neenga sonna mari na poren. Please let us have a special ceremony to send me to the forest. Give me some lunch pack. And what will I do in the forest? How will I cook without your affection and love and all the tair sadam and idli? How will I live in the forest? Nothing like that. He just left. Come what may. Depend on Krishna. He didn't even tell her. And she didn't even bother. He must have gone. Very good, let him go. Let him go, young boy. This risk they took. Depending on Krishna is a material risk. But it is definitely not a spiritual risk. It is ordained. Materially, if you analyze it, it looks like a great risk taken. He went to the forest. And this news spread everywhere. Narada Muni heard about this news. And by the arrangement of the Lord, Narada Muni said, wow, such a person I want to go and see in the forest. He's very determined. very young. It must be exciting to see such a person. Wherever there is any action of anybody going towards Krishna, Narada Muni will be there. He'll be there to give it further momentum. He went there and he said, let me test and see. Just like he tested even Vyasa. When Narada appeared in front of Vyasa because of his dissatisfaction, he first praised him and tested him. So he must be very happy that you have composed all the Vedic literature and guided everybody to do material ritualistic stuff and forget Krishna. You must be very happy. It's very sarcastically asked to him, to egg him further. So he is there where it is important and where it is useful and where something can happen, he is present. So he was there. He touched Dhruva and told, you're a nice young boy. Don't get angry like this and all that. It's not useful. Something like that he said. Regular elderly advice. Regular people will get the advice. Everybody knows nowadays, if you ask the Gen Z, hey, enough. I know that. I know, thank you. That type of advice he gave. And Dhruva Maharaj did not say enough and all like today's people. He said, I'm not going to listen to you. Very categorically, he very nicely also gave a reply, I heard you, I'm not going to listen to you. If you want, you help me to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am determined to do it. Not going home. Full stop. He was focused. Very focused. Even to Narada Muni he told, sorry, I am not going down that route. If you want to speak about it, I have no time for you. But if you want to help me to see the Supreme Lord, is there anything you want me to do? This is like a indirect request for initiation and help. This is how he was initiated. He did not directly say, give me initiation and all that. And Narada Muni said, this boy is very determined, he will do it. He was testing him. So he gave him Upadesh, gave him initiation. So meditate like this, chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He found this person, although he is a young boy, 5 years old, is determined, is focused. It is good to, at now, introduce Krishna consciousness. He is capable of doing. This is the difference. The parents nowadays will think, என் பையன் ரொம்ப இன்டெலிஜென்ட், இம்மீடியட்டாக அவனுக்கு டியூஷன் கொடுத்து அவனை PhD பண்ணி IITக்கு அனுப்பிச்சு அங்கேருந்து let him go to America and completely ruin himself. Very good. No Krishna consciousness, nothing. This is the right 180 degrees opposite, they will say. He's very intelligent, my paiyan. He got scholarship. He got this, he got that. And therefore I want him to go to somewhere out of India, definitely. Then only it is good. Because that's what everybody says. And this way, there is another type of forest they send to. Inge Dhruva Maharaja Kaatuku pona sonna, they send them to another type of wild forest in the Western world. It's not enough that Westerners have colonized us and spoiled our culture, but you are no more here. It is very bad. Where are you? I go and search behind you and go back. You may not colonize me here, but I liked you to be under you. And wherever you are, O colonizer, here I come. So, this is the difference between parents who are having a different vision. That's why I said parenting. Very important to know. This is a lot of things you can learn from what Suniti did. With great control she did. It's not that she did not have the desire to do other things which regularly people do. She also had that urge, it's mentioned here. She just controlled herself. No, let's do the right thing. Let's depend on Krishna. Let him learn. We took that decision. So these are important decisions in our life. At that junction, what do you do? At that situation, what do you? Kim karameti, kim akarameti, kavayopyatra mohita, tatteham pravakshayami yajñatva mokshayate ashubhat. What to do and what not to do, even the most learned people don't know. I will tell you and remove you from this inauspiciousness. So Arjuna heard and he said, Karishe vachanam tava. I will listen to what you said. It's great fortune if we can listen to the Lord, although the mind may say, I don't like it. Although your neighbors may say, your peers may say, don't do it. To apply your mind and go by that is great fortune. So that deciding factor at that point of time makes all the difference in your world. If at every point of time we need to make these decisions, if we listen to Krishna, listen to the representative of Krishna and carry out our life will always be guided nicely. It's not about whether you like what you're going through or you don't like what you're going through. In life, anyway, you have to go through many things that you don't like. You're used to it. Only over a period of time you'll get, that's when they say you're matured. When you're not agitated and this thing, you just quietly, humbly take it up. Wow, veetukku polam. Let's go. And we have no other choice. We have to live it out. Then you say that this man is mature. This person has slowly been fried in the tawa enough and he has now settled down to a notion and an understanding. Similarly, in spiritual life also, a person by experience very quickly understands it's better to depend on Krishna. Whatever he decides for me is the best thing for me, whether my mind says I like it or I don't like it. It doesn't matter. That's a very mature, fortunate decision. So if you want to know how to make decisions, people ask. Yesterday I was in the Firebird Institute speaking to MBA students in a big setup. And two of them came separately. How to take correct decisions was a main question they were asked. How to take correct decisions. So people don't know, because even if somebody is guiding, they may not have faith in the person who is guiding. And the person whom they have faith in doesn't know how to guide. In Kali Yuga, you get all sorts of permutations and combinations. It's not that everything will come correctly. Some patch here and there. So you have to see which is the best option and what you need to substitute and go ahead and do it. That's why if you read Bhagavad Gita, you have some preliminary knowledge of what is the right path. Some understanding at least. And then you can recognize this person is telling me the right thing. I will move this side and I will adjust things. So it is not that because a decision is taken by somebody else for you, you don't do any thinking. Here it is mentioned, Dhruva Maharaj deliberated on his mother's advice. Nicely. He thought about it. And then only here. I don't know where that is. The great sage Maitreya continued, the instruction of Dhruva Maharaj's mother Suniti was actually meant for fulfilling his desired objective. Therefore, after deliberate consideration and with intelligence and fixed determination, he left his father's house. Intelligent discrimination and deliberation. He thought about it and said, let's go. Let's do it. What my mother said. He deliberated. It is not that what my mother said, it must be okay. It is true. Mother will never say anything wrong to you. But sometimes in spiritual life, you may need to deliberate whether she knows what she's telling. He did that. He used his intelligence on top of his mother's decision. So don't think that decision means somebody will make it for me. I have to find the right person who will counsel me. I have to, whatever he says, I will listen to him. No, you should also pass through your intelligence. Swayam Prajna. You must also put it through your intelligence and think, oh yeah, I think this is good for me. Yasya nasti swayam prajna shastra karoti kim. Lochaneva vihinasya darpanam kim karishyasi. Darpana means mirror. Lochanevam vihinasya. If there are no eyes, what is the use of a mirror? If there is no swayam prajna, utilization of your own intelligence, what is the use of Shastra? Chanakya Pandit is telling, no eyes means what is the use of a mirror? What will you do with it? If you don't have your own intelligence, what is the use of the Shastra? Don't do mugpot, mug up the Shastra. Dukrin karane, dukrin karane, dukrin karane, like Shankaracharya said, nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane. Dukrin karane, actually that will not help you. Right? Bhajagovindam, Mudamate. You fool, sing the name of Govinda. It is not that you have to mug up all the shlokas without understanding the meaning. Dukrin karane. Right? So, Dhruva Maharaj did deliberation on the Shastric instruction that came from his mother. Later Prabhupada said she played the role of a guru. Vartama Pradarshaka Guru, Pata Pradarshaka Guru, showing the path. This is the path to go. She became the guru who showed the path, which is also called Siksha Guru, Prabhupada says. Is giving you practical instructions on how to execute this. That she did. And then he followed. Pakka disciple, Pakka Guru. The mother is a wonderful Guru and the child is a wonderful disciple. Perfect match. But in the outside world, like I said, they will all be thinking, very unfortunate. And Ammavuku வேற ஒண்ணுமே தெரியாது. She is not exposed to what she can do. She would have sent her son to Harvard and got a PhD. She sent him to some forest. That's what the outside world will say. But she did the best. She became the guru. She became the guru and told the son, this is the best thing for you to do. He will give you everything. And it is true that Dhruva went, and because of his determination, he influenced and impressed Narada Muni. Narada Muni gave his blessings, and everybody was waiting and watching what will happen. Because Narada Muni is disciple. He has given initiation and mantra and guidance. He will definitely make it, and he is also very determined. The Lord, it is mentioned, was involved fully, even in sending Narada Muni to Dhruva. He monitored everything. From Suniti onwards to Surichi onwards to Suniti to Narada Muni to him coming. Now it is ready. The time is ready for me to come in front of him. He appeared in front of Dhruva Maharaj. And Dhruva Maharaj lost his desire to be somebody great, greater than my father, greater than my great-grandfather. Forget it. I have seen Vishnu. I have seen the Supreme Lord. Swamin kritartho asmin varamna yache. I don't want anything, actually. I have seen you. I am fully pleased and fulfilled. I don't want anything. Varam na yache. I don't want any boon. I have seen you. I have asked for just cut glass. You have given me diamond. I am a foolish guy. I came and asked you for broken glass. But you have given me diamond. You are very merciful to me. Even then, the Lord said, no, still you have it. Go ahead and have it. Let the world see that you got huge material benefit and huge spiritual benefit by getting in touch with me. What is the benefit of getting in touch with me? What is the meaning of Manmana Bhava Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru? Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Let them all understand how beneficial it is to connect with Krishna, both materially and spiritually. In this way, Dhruva Maharaj got a big boon. He did something greater than his great-grandfather, Swayambhu Manu also. He got a position like that. In the Dhruva planet, he was a ruling man. For so many kalpas, then he will sit on the throne of this father right now. Then he'll get promoted even more than his father and more than his grandfather. And then he'll go back to Godhead also. Materially he'll be super duper successful, plus he'll go back to Godhead also. This was the boon given by the Lord. He got it. He got all these things put together. Super successful. Taking the right decision at an important junction, listening to Krishna's words or his representative's words, executing it with intelligence and deliberation and focus. These are all amazing qualities that we can learn from Dhruva Maharaja. It is just very small difference between the decisions we take and he takes. That makes all the difference. That small thing, adjusting your consciousness to focus. It's because we make that mistake in decision, we are stuck here. That's all. If you make that decision, that's all. We won't be here. We'll be in the right place with no misery troubling us, no material influence. Om Tat Sat, Hare Krishna. Any question?
Today morning I was listening to a lecture, Prabhupada's lecture. You mentioned about parents should give adequate guidance for the kids to go into Krishna consciousness. He was giving example of parents who do not give Krishna consciousness at all and drag their kids into materialistic endeavors. Prabhupada says you should reject. They are not parents, they are enemies. And he also mentions gives in the same lecture I also heard him giving example of Bali Maharaj rejecting spiritual master when he gave advice against Vishnu's desire. So is it okay to reject parents if they don't give us any opportunities, or they reject us because of taking up something different from what their endeavors might have been?
Is it okay to listen to parents and reject the supreme parent, Krishna? It's a counter question I want to ask you.
No, Maharaj.
Pitaham asya jagato mata data pitamaha. I am your father, I am your mother, I am your grandfather also. I am telling you, surrender to me. And if your material parents say, don't do it, is it okay? So you have the answer yourself. So we must also know, morally, ethically, to judge something that is absolute is not correct. These instructions which Prabhupada is saying is absolute instruction. Because every janma you have different parents. But throughout you have only one Supreme Lord as your parent. He said, Aham, what is it? Pita aham asya jagato. Aham bija prada pita. He is telling certain things. Should we not listen? And if you have parents that tell you, don't listen to what Krishna has told you in Bhagavad Gita, listen to me. What does it mean? So that's the problem with society. Children, if they are guided properly, you will see that if the children are told to listen to Krishna's instructions, they will listen to their parents' instructions. Much better than the parents telling them, don't listen to Krishna's instruction, listen to me. This is the real trick. What will naturally happen? Krishna will inspire them to listen to such parents. who are helping you to listen to me. This is how it works, naturally. The natural system of parenthood is, parents are worshippers of the Supreme Lord, and they are praying to the Supreme Lord, please, your super soul in the heart of my son, guide him properly. And naturally there is a nice nexus between the parent, the Supreme Lord, and the child set up. And Krishna will guide the child very well, whether the parents are there or not. Whether the parents are there or not. Isn't that real intelligence, to get both materially and spiritually blessed by the Supreme Lord's involvement for your child? I call it super parenthood. People don't know, they think that parenting means, I take all the responsibility for my children on my head, I'm day and night worrying about him. This is a cool parenting. Because the parent is telling, actually your real father is Krishna. Without worshipping him, you cannot be happy. I also worship Krishna. And he keeps his son on the side and engages him in worship. You will see that boy will become very attached to his parents. This is the way it operates. Somehow people are not having faith in this process. But it works.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Any other question or comment? Yeah. Yes.
Worship. So, what is that? How to
Far seeing means is a visionary. She is seeing beyond the future. She is not short-sighted and want to send her son to Harvard. She is far-seeing. Let him go to Vaikuntha. Why only Harvard? Why only to Microsoft? Let him go to Vaikuntha. It is not a small ambition. Far-seeing. That's the meaning of it. And she sent him back also. And then she also accompanied him back to Godhead. And he was also checking, in that sloka it says that the Vaikuntha-vasis came and took him in the airship. Suddenly he remembered his mother. Where's my mother? I want to take her also with me. She is the reason for this, that I saw the Supreme Lord and I'm going back to Godhead. And then the Vaikuntha-vasis immediately smiled and said, don't worry, she's already coming in another ship. She's coming in another ship. He turned around and saw. Of course, they have not written whether he waved around and said, Hari Bol. That all details is not written. But it's written there in the Bhagavatam. So wonderful. Far-seeing woman. She also went back to the far side she had. Very smart lady actually, Suniti. Not only, if my son goes back to God, I'll also go back. And she gave him such good advice. It's amazing that in that purport Prabhupada says, if one of my disciples also is as determined and focused as Dhruva, I may also go back to Godhead like this, like Suniti went back. He's writing very humbly there, that just like Suniti was so smart, she gave such a good instruction as a guru, mother, that her son heard it and executed it and is going back to Godhead, and she is also going back. Because of that, Prabhupada is saying, if these instructions that I am giving are heard by some of my disciples properly and executed with determination, I will also be able to go like Suniti. Very humbly he is writing. So these instructions are very important, they are true. We just need to have faith and execute Krishna consciousness. This will happen, no doubt. Na samshayaha, asamshayaha, it will happen. Krishna repeatedly told Arjuna, everywhere he keeps telling him, don't doubt me. It is like that. Asamshayam mahabaho. He keeps saying that. So, Let's go for it. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Nittai Gaur Premanande.